Hey guys, it's Tom again.
And Eric.
And we have a question for you. Have you ever sat in the back of a movie theater waiting to sit down, just debating with your friends that where exactly you should sit?
I always have that problem.
Eric, it was a rhetorical question to our YouTube audience.
But really, I have that problem.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Eric, but there is a solution. There's actually a mathematical way you can figure out how far back you need to sit to optimize your viewing angle. Here, we'll show you. Now here's our problem. We are going to have a movie screen on a wall that is 25 feet high and 15 feet above the floor. At what distance x from the front of the room should you position yourself so that the viewing angle of the movie screen is as large as possible? Now note that for this problem all measurements are a quarter of the actual size and in centimeters instead of feet. Well, what you need to do is you move yourself away from the movie screen towards the back of the room. You can notice the angle theta continues to increase over and over until you reach its optimal viewing angle, where now it starts to decrease. This is why you want to go back to that point up to the very beginning where your optimal viewing angle is, which is around 6.19 centimeters, which converts to 24.5 feet at angle 27 degrees. This is where you want to sit. Now let's show you how to create this problem.
So here's how we construct our problem. First, we construct the screen length. We make a segment and measure it at a quarter of the actual length. Now we construct our floor to screen segment and measure that at a quarter of the actual length. Now I constructed an arbitrary floor length. Okay, so now we're going to select our endpoint in our floor segment and construct a perpendicular line. Now we are going to select that same endpoint in our floor to screen segment and construct a circle by center and radius. Now we are going to select our segment tool and construct our floor to screen and hide our circle. We are going to repeat the process for our screen length now. So we will select the point at the top of the floor to screen and select our screen length. Now we are going to go up to the construct menu and select circle by center and radius, select our segment tool and fill in the segment. Hide our circle, and now we can hide our perpendicular line at the top. Here's our next step. Now we are going to construct an arbitrary point on our floor segment. This will represent where we are sitting. Now, with our segment tool, we will construct a segment from that arbitrary point to our screen. We will measure that length and label it X. Now with our segment tool, we will construct a segment from our arbitrary point to the bottom of the screen. We will do the same thing from the same point to the top of the screen. Now we will select the top of the screen to the arbitrary point to the bottom of the screen and measure this angle. We will call this angle theta. And now we will create an action button to show where we are sitting across the floor. To do this, we will go to the Edit menu and select Action Buttons and Animation. This shows how the segment will move across the floor on a medium speed. Now we will drag the animation button down for easier access. Here we can see how it is moving along the floor and how our angle and distance from the screen is changing. This completes the process of constructing our problem.
Now what you should remember for these measurements of a movie screen is that the maximum viewing angle is 27 degrees, and you can get that by sitting 24.5 feet away from the screen. So as you can see, math can help you out, so you no longer have to waste those 5 minutes standing in the back of the theater debating on where to sit.
Yes! Now let's go get some hot dates and test it out.
Sounds like a plan to me. I'm Tom.
And I'm Eric.
And we're
out of here.